What is up? It's your boy, Anecdotal, and today I'm going to make a video based on a comment by Norman. And that comment was, what can I do every day if I only play for 30 minutes? So if you play 30 minutes a day and you want to see what a daily routine for a person would be, it's going to look something like this. So first, you're going to want to make sure that you have your regular pet on that gives you some gold. That way, while you're idling and not playing and away from the game, you make as much gold as possible while not playing at all. And then you want to get into everything. Well, everything involves guild wars, guild boss raids, regular attacks in the arena, making sure that you click the refresh button on your monster collector thing, and just making sure to farm all your pets. And farming pets is crazy. Now, since you just started playing the game and you re-logged in for your day, you have the maximum amount of troops, and you want to use your max troops to do the max amount of DPS to guild boss raids. That's the guild boss raid setup. I made a video on that as well. If you don't know what it is, make sure to use it. I gotta say, the most versatile character in the game has to be Valkyrie. If you do not have a T3 Valkyrie, definitely get it. So this match right here against Gorgon is something I need to do. Usually bosses 3 and 4 are ones that I need to take out, because at least within my guild, I'm one of the top DPS people that play the game, and I think I'm ranked at least in server 7. There's no global server for everything, but for my server, I'm in the top 250 consistently. Sometimes I dip under top 240, sometimes, 245, but I'm always right under 250 no matter what. Once I get 7-star artifacts, all of that can change, and maybe I can go ahead and climb a little bit up and be definitely top 200, but right now that's just not happening because I just don't have those arts, and without the arts I can't level up my people as much, and economy is an issue with gold levels. But all of that is for another video. Now this is actually me doing my daily work, so I do kind of have to focus on my attacks and make sure that I beat this Gorgon, because if not, then it's a waste. Now, depending on your level, you might want to go ahead and you want to face a character or face a guild boss that is weaker. So check which raid your guild is doing. If maybe there's not a lot of HP, you want to try to finish it for the bigger hitters. I know sometimes I'll make an attack and there might be 10% life left. You do not want someone else that has a lot of troops, 40 troops all in the quadruple pluses or 3 pluses. You don't want them wasting their attack to finish off a troop. So for people like you or someone that's like mid-level average, at least for your guild, you want to finish off those guys, because you do not want us wasting a ticket, the high DPS people in your team, to waste a ticket, because you only get 2 per. Now, after you get rid of your super strong troops, since you can't decide what troops you're going to use, as in once all of them are trained, they're all at the highest plus, they're as strong as they're going to be, you want to waste those doing guild boss raids, and then you want to do guild wars after you get some regenerated. Now, to play safe, I don't always do this. You could attack 10 levels below you. So here I'm just going to switch to Gold Dragon, which lowers the amount of gold it costs to increase my quests. So I usually do that to maximize my economy. So you should definitely do that too. And you're going to see that I do a lot of pet switching, because pet switching is just really part of your day. I switched to Bilal to do guild boss raids because he increases your attack power for everybody. Now, you may not have Bilal. If not, you're going to use Squirrel when you're facing air bosses, because it gives the elves a bonus. And remember, you're going to have 2 fairies, so the people that are going to be fighting the air boss raids will be the high elf archer and the poison archer. So those are 2 archers. Squirrels there is going to supplement the damage there. Now, if you're not, you can go ahead and use Devil, because Devil will increase the attack of your skeleton warriors. If you didn't unlock skeleton warriors yet, do it. And right now, I'm going through the process of getting every single one of the pets that I need. I use up every single attempt that I have. So every refresh I have, I take it. I use those gems because really I have no other place to put gems other than evolution. Now, there are some arguments to trans tickets versus gems, and the way that it equates to each other. It's only really worth using trans tickets for trans 1 and trans 2. I don't follow any of that. I pretty much evolve and only use the trans tickets to trans. I do not waste my gems on transing anybody. What do I use them for? Refreshes. Because pets can only be farmed for a limited amount of time and in a limited amount of locations. So some pets you may only be able to get 3 fragments a day, some 4, some 7, and just some of them are 8. And I take full advantage of being able to farm as much of them as I can as quickly as possible, because where you're going to see the biggest growth in level, especially if you only play for about 30 minutes a day, is by 5-starring pets to either get more gold with your gold pets in the beginning. I have a whole video on that. For Guild Boss raid pets, if you're going to get big on raids, but if you play for 30 minutes, I wouldn't. And for progression pets on stage running, for that, you're going to need Icy at 5-star. I have a video on that. You want Tinky at 5-star. I think I have a video on that as well. Then you want to make sure you get Hippong, you want to get Squirrel, you want to get Wakong, you want to get Seahorse, and there's just so much pets that you need that if you're not farming them daily, you will be behind. Now, I'm not doing anything about artifacts right now. That's not part of my daily routine because I have all of the artifacts that you can get. Now, the only artifacts I need now are the ones via pets. So that's why I'm trying to 5-star my Greek pets and my, what are those things called? Guardian pets. So Gold Dragon, Orc Guardian, Ares, Artemis, Hephaestus, all of these people I'm trying to get to 6-star. And here I am to get some extra gems. If you're not doing it, you should. You should have 5 attacks when you first start. You want to go ahead and get all your wins. Oh, also, you want to make sure your timing is right. So I went ahead and went back and did another guild war. If you want to show your guild mates and your guild leader that you're really a part of the guild and you're going to continue contributing, because if you're not a high level person in your guild, you are benefiting from them taking out all these higher level guild raid bosses that you cannot beat and getting all of those fragments. So you're going to have to pay them back and pay it forward by participating on guild wars, because guild wars, it doesn't really matter what level you're in. As long as you get a win, you get a win. So if you want to comfortably attack and not need to have full troops, it's okay if you have like 20 troops maybe. And your first person, it's nice to have an air troop. Sometimes you'll just snipe all the way and you won't need that many troops. So definitely do that. 1 win is 1 win. Sometimes all you need in like the early game in the lower level guilds, you only need about 5 to 10 active people to get 10 to 20 wins. And you get those wins and you're going to see that your metal buff will increase a lot. Like right now, I get an extra 350 metal buff for being in a top 20 guild. Now, that's a lot. 350 of a metal buff just for being in a guild is great. And I didn't mean being the leader of. So the guild I'm in is my guild, and we are all getting a 350 metal buff. Everyone, doesn't matter if you're the lowest level person, the highest level, the person that contributes the most, that's what you're getting. So here you go. Don't forget to do your Outland Battle as well. Outland Battle is another place where you're going to get these few little pets that's going to add up incrementally into a huge boost. You are going to 5-star them eventually. And when I say eventually, I mean a long time from now. I have some of them at 4-star, but we get a little bit of gems. We get some honor coins, we get pet fragments, and every time you get them, some of them give you a little bit of a gold buff, some of them give you a little bit of war buff. Everybody in there gives you a little bit of something that all adds up. So if you're not doing this in part of your daily routine, do it now. Again, To stress the versatility and the greatness of Valkyrie, here Valkyrie is again. The strongest person to use here, of course, is Flame Spirit or Fire Spirit, Sorceress. I forgot. Right now I'm doing a voiceover and I cannot see it. But that's the best person to use in Outland Battle, and second would be Valkyrie. But Valkyrie gives the buff, and that's why Valkyrie is so important. It's even used in the endgame meta. I didn't really get into that in my endgame meta video, but Valkyrie is used for another buff there. It's used for Guild Boss raids. It's used for Outland Battle. It can be used for war. It is just phenomenal. So if you don't have Valkyrie yet, get one. Put it to T3, just have it be support in whatever team you have. If you're missing something, if you don't have the perfect amount of hippogriffs yet, or if you don't have the perfect amount of fairies or ices, priests, whatever it is, you definitely want to do that. Here, I refresh this all the time, and anything here that is worth these green coins, I end up buying because they're plentiful for me right now. For Guild Boss raids, I always get the win. Even if you don't participate in Guild Boss raids, you still get the completion prize. You do get a prize for participating. So if you're really in a rush and you have only those 30 minutes to play, and you play those 30 minutes in one sit down, just get all of your attacks out the way and at least get your participation credit. Try to do the best for your guild and use different troops. If you don't have all 4 troops that you can use gems to unlock all 4 so you can be a little bit more of a contributor, even if it's not the best troops to have. But do that. If you don't, at the very least, get Skeleton Warriors as the undead troop, because they do 50% or more of the damage for your Guild Boss raids. That's how strong Skeleton Warrior is. And if you have a Succubus, which is the first one I use, have it T3, and you'll just be on your way. Okay, most of Guild Boss raids are really just powering up the troops you use. Outland Battle is the opposite. It's about the units you use, like Valkyrie and Flame Sorceress or Flame Spirit. Keep getting those two mixed up. And here I am again. I see that my Firebirds, I might not quite have enough, so really I'm just kind of thinking about attacking, and I'm going to attack later to make sure that I get a win, because I could always just log back into the game 5-10 minutes later, do an attack, definitely win, and then that is it. Just know every person can get 2 wins. So if you lose by 1 or 2, it is so sad. Right now for us, we're really at the level, since it's a top 20 guild war guild, that the people we face off with are either going to out-level us or we win. So it's either we out-level you or they out-level us or something like that, because everyone here really participates unless we just can't get the win. So if you're in server 7 and you're looking for a guild to go into, level 120 is the restriction. If you're not at least level 120, you can't get in. Also, there is the quiz to always do. So here's the quiz, and on the right is a quiz roulette. Very easy math. You don't need to think at all. And if for some reason you're watching this and you're like 5 years old, hey, how you doing? I'm Anecdotal. Use a calculator. Use your fingers. You got this. I believe in you. Quick maths, man. Quick maths. You can do this. So make sure to go ahead, do that. Answer the easy addition and subtraction questions. Every once in a while, there's some single-digit multiplication. You should not struggle at all. If you don't know where to find that, you just click on the upper right button, and then you click on where it says quiz/roulette. I usually don't show that page in any of my videos, because there, your player ID number is there, and you can just kind of steal my account that way. So I don't do that. Here, you could actually set up your Guild Wars team. A lot of people don't do that. Some put like a Ninja Darkness in there, just one, or a Sword Dancer in there, which is hilarious, because they think you'll underestimate their team maybe, and then they'll snipe for the win, so be wary of that. The boots, the assassin boots, and that green book that you can see that I did not purchase are not necessary for you to get all your 6-star artifacts, so you don't need to buy them. Also, make sure that you are doing spirit rest if you only play for 30 minutes a day, because you're going to get a lot of medals that way. So guys, if you like this video on the daily routine and grind of Endless Frontier, make sure to like it, share this video with your friends, your family, and anybody that plays Endless Frontier. And of course, if you want to see some more Endless Frontier content, make sure to subscribe. I'm your boy Anecdotal, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.